Greetings, Kerbal. We are back with Kerbal Space Program, and last time I said we were gonna take this mission to Eve. There's one interesting problem, and that is we're actually better off. It's a bad time to go to Eve. I'll show you in a moment. We got the green sandstone that we're going to get back. We could do a moon mission again to take care of this one, but I think we're going to do something a little bit different, something we don't actually have a contract for, but we'll still get some pretty nice advantage out of this. Hang on one sec. I think, let's zoom out here. If we take a look at the alignment of planets, we're almost perfect to head to Duna. Eve is in the wrong spot. Both of them work best if they're at about this 15-ish degree angle. But we'll just see how things go from there. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to take the same vehicle that we were going to fly to Eve, and we're going to fly it to Duna instead. It's not a landing craft, but it's a good for flybys, and we can do some moon flybys. We could possibly try landing in. It's called Eve Flyby, very creatively. I did a couple small tweaks. I basically put another booster here. I shortened this stage so that it will all be a little bit more balanced, and yeah, that's really all we did here. So let's go ahead and launch this. We're still going to call it Eve Flyby, even though we're actually heading to Duna. Shh. Don't tell the Kerbals. They'll be fine. We have some new instruments. Let's go ahead and deploy all. Except for the... Wait, hang on. We're going to revert this to the vehicle assembly because I want to make sure we take the right Kerbals. So let's see here. We don't need two pilots. Valentina. Yeah, we're not going to take you, but we will take an engineer just to complete the crew, and let's get gone. We're going to go ahead and put our scientist in the lab, and this is going to be a long duration mission. So we're going to go ahead and start science as soon as we get transferring here. So we're going to transfer Bob to here, and that should allow us to start collecting this science. Let's deploy everything except for the EVA. Even though it's not much science, we're going to put it in, collect everything, and then hit deploy all again. Collect everything. Excellent. Now let's do this. This is a very interesting rocket to fly. It's probably a little bit noisy, but that's Kerbal for you. It has a very slight spin, which is kind of annoying, but it's not the end of the world. If I turn off stability control, it probably will accelerate that roll, and I'm actually okay with that. No, I'm going to turn it on because we are tilting a little bit the wrong direction. And because of the spin, it's going to be a little bit hard to correct, but I'll see what I can do. I think we're mostly going to wait to ditch the boosters and hope they don't land on anything too terribly important. So when we deploy the boosters, we will have more control, but we're not going to have a very positive flight. Looks like the boosters will be dropped over here. Ooh. Everything survived. Good. Let's get a little bit better. Boop, boop, boop. Dadgum. I hate it when I do this. We're just doing a victory lap, that's all. Okay. Go, 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 go. So we probably slowed down a ton, which is why it's easier to control, which is fine. Deploy all except the EVA. We're going to go ahead and check this science and then collect it, get the atmospheric science from high up. Maybe this is over grasslands, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're doing good, but I'm going to rotate us so that we're in a more traditional layer here. Whoa, we actually should be going a fair bit more horizontal. We're going to turn on the maneuvering tab here. Let's get that off. Yeah, I think this is close to right. We do still have quite a bit of delta V, and we're fairly high out of the atmosphere. We'll go ahead and check that in and keep and collect all again. We're getting a little bit off course. Jeez, this thing is hard to control. We may need some better traction or something. I'm going to go up a little bit more. We're having tons and tons of science. I guess we could start researching now. There's really no harm in it. We'll turn that off. Yeah, we're pretty close. We need to go a little bit more vertical, because we're basically going flat horizontal at the moment, which is lovely. Yeah. We're actually going down. Well, this is different. It's a good thing the second stage has plenty of fuel. And it has a better thrust-to-weight ratio than it did before, so we should be okay. Actually, we're doing okay. We should be a little bit more vertical, though. There we go. This is rising, and we want to get that to be about a minute. Gosh. Do not try this at home, guys. Horrible, horrible ascent. I mean, it's Kerbal Space Program, so of course you can actually try it at home, but you know what I mean. If Joe Barnard happens to be listening out there, then don't try this for your rockets, man. It will be a losing battle, I think. He makes really great model rockets. Really amazing stuff. Let's hold out here. We only have a little bit to go here. Let's get... Three minutes is actually pretty good. And then our controllability just jumps up so much with just this upper stage. So this upper stage is a long burning one for sure, but we're really close to orbital velocity. I'm actually going to wait. We'll give it about a minute and a half or so. So that way we can get properly into orbit. So we have a magnetometer. Let's go ahead and deploy that. It'll be fine. So we're going to check that in and collect all. Let's go ahead and finish this burn. Let's go flat horizontal. Where is our magnetometer? The collect all is kind of messing stuff up, but that's okay. I'm actually gonna keep going a little bit. Okay. Let's circularize this, or finish getting the orbital really is what we're attempting to do. Where's our magnetometer? I know it's on here. Let's clean our instruments. We should have done that a while ago. There's the magnetometer. Run magnetometer report. It's a good way to get some information about the magnetic fields. We can keep and collect that. That'll bring it back in, and all should be looking pretty decent. Let's keep going for a more horizontal path. In fact, I'm just going to set this at the prograde. Okay, so we flipped around. That's a good sign. In fact, let's just delay this burn a little bit longer. Okay, this will do. So we're going to point to prograde, which we should be. We have almost no. We have RCS though. Okay. We have very, very little ability to point without RCS, which is interesting. Let's just start the burn. 18 seconds is holding, which is excellent. Okay, we're in space. So, we are going to Duna, which means that we need to accelerate roughly in this direction along the line of motion, which means our burn is going to need to happen roughly here. This is going to be a long burn, and I'm sorry for that. It's a little bit more than we need. So we're going to bring this in. We're going to set Duna as our target. Why is it trying to set it to Eve? Okay. There we go. So let's see if we can adjust this angle a little bit more. We're close to the optimal location, but maybe more like this. Hey, look at this. We're really close. Let's just see if we can tweak this. Hey, there we go. So I'm going to consider any burn which has us doing a close approach as excellent. And this is the burn we're going to aim for. So perfect. 5-minute burn time. So lovely. So while that is happening, and we're going to burn along, instead of exactly at the maneuver node, we're just going to burn along the prograde vector. I'm going to go ahead and turn on RCS just a scooch. Just enough to nudge us in that right direction. And we want to start the burn at now. We actually wanted to start it a little bit earlier, which is not good. No, wait. This is less than 3 minutes. I screwed that one up. This should have minimal effect. We actually want to start it at 2 T-minus 2 and 50 seconds. So we already burned for a few seconds, which is probably going to screw us up, but that's okay. So we'll go for like 40 seconds and hopefully this will do well. Okay. Hopefully this does the trick. I don't know. We'll go ahead and extend some solar panels. Get us some power. I'm actually surprised that we're in the sun at the moment, actually. But that's good. Really? Oh, it's behind us. That's why. Let's clean the experiments. can we transmit science like this? Not enough useful findings, which is okay. We're going to extend this antenna. Now, I don't know how well we're actually doing at the burn, but cleaning out our Science Junior won't hurt nothing. So meanwhile, let's see here, news stuff. We've already talked about the missions going to Venus, which was very exciting. It's too bad we're not going to have some outer solar system missions, but that's all right. We do have Juno that is currently exploring Jupiter that took some really nice images of Ganymede, which is pretty exciting. But that's about all we really have to say from that. Let's see, what else is there to say? Trying to think. Looks like there'll be some fun updates to Kerbal Space Program, which is good as always. I've got another game or two that I'm gonna try, some space-based building games that look pretty interesting. We may as well extend this antenna. I'm wondering if this antenna, well, we don't have a controlled nod. We still have that other mission that has a whole bunch of science that's in this wacky Minmus mission orbit. We have this one, roving ship. We have a mission that is landed on Minmus that we're going to go take a peek at as well. They're just doing science. It's going to take a while, and that's all right. No idea what this is ultimately going to look like. Once we cross this point, then I'm going to try to burn right along the direction of motion. I think we'll have a little better ability to move now that we have some power to our reaction wheels. I'm pretty sure we are going to cross that point sooner or later. So our burn time is still another 2 minutes. Oy. It takes so long. That's all right. We're getting there. We are absolutely getting there. No terrifying flybys. It's just, this is the efficient way to do things, and this is how real spacecraft do them too. You have a long burn for the upper stage, which seems a lot longer in a video game, but it's not nearly as long in real life. So, yeah. We seem to be doing okay. We're close to the right trajectory. We'll probably have to do a small adjustment or two, but we have plenty of fuel. I mean, look at this. This thing has 2,000. Ooh, a moon flyby. We probably could use that to our advantage, but we're not gonna. Not nearly that good. I can do flybys of some of Jules' moons to get to the other ones a little bit, but nothing too fancy. And even then, it's only an assisted maneuver. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to keep going until I see a close approach, and then we're going to just slowly, gently nudge it. Descending node is almost optimal. Excellent. This is so good. Actually, let's keep going. Okay, we got a close approach. Oh, hang on. Well, we had one that was valid. Let's go ahead and switch this to retrograde, and that will take a little while. We're just going to do a tiny, tiny retrograde burn and hope that we can get this to line up. Deploy everything except for the EVA. We're going to process this. Collect all. Process. Okay. Little tiny, tiny burn. Good. Where's our periapsis? Oh, excellent. Okay, that's as close as we're going to get for now. That's fine. We got everything collected. We'll deploy. Good. This is an excellent, excellent thrust forward. Keep. I don't think I'm going to do any adjusting until we escape. Let's look at the map again. I'm going to put another node that's 6 minutes away. Holy moly, we're going fast. Actually, 6 minutes is good. Yeah, we're going to add a maneuver. We're going to focus on Duna. Let's put this maneuver back up. Let's see if we can do a little bit of tweaking. Yeah, I suspected an inclination. Nope. Okay, not gonna do it. So we could probably do some mucking around and figure something out. Let's just wait until we are in deep doo-doo. And by that, of course, I mean we're gonna leave the orbit. I know there's got to be a better way to do. Oh, whoops! Shift tab. Nope. Moon minimus. There we go. Here's our mission. So let's wait until we have left the sun. So we're gonna wait until about here. And then we'll see if we can do a slight adjustment to improve things any. Okay, we're going to deploy everything. Let's go ahead and we'll chuck it in. We're going to clean our science. We're going to, you can do an atmospheric pressure scan. Interesting. Deploy everything except for the EVA, and this time we're going to keep it. And then collect all. We're going to have Bob Kerman. Oh, we shouldn't have probably taken him, but that's okay. He's going to jump out. He's going to do a EVA report. Keep and board. Clean the experiments. He's going to start research. Let's review the data. We're going to chuck in the EVA report and keep everything else. Okay, let's get our magnetometer report, which narrowly misses our solar panels. That was totally on purpose. We'll chuck this in. Let's have Jeb get out, do an EVA report. Do we have the science back? We do. Excellent. So, gonna let go. Perform EVA science. It's gonna turn a little nut around. It's not gonna do him any good. And good. Let's get the magnetometer report. And then, oh, got the crew report, which we already kept. That's fine. Collect everything. How's our science looking? We could use some more data. So let's see. Review the stored data. The UVA science experiment we're going to chuck in there. Everything else we're going to keep. Whoops. I don't know which one that was, but that's fine. It'll be fine. So we're going to let go. Perform UVA science. And then grab board. Keep. Okay. Come on. Should have been able to do that, Jeb. Come on now. You're slacking. Slacker, Jeb. Okay. Let's, at this descending node here, let's see if we can do a maneuver that will improve this any. Periapsis is 21. Whoops. Okay. That's pretty close. Nope. Increase the speed a little bit. Oh. 3, 2. Come on. Oh, so that's close enough where we get a serious flyby. We have an icon counter. Interesting. That's almost perfect. So I'm going to set this trajectory to the right spot. And then we're going to go from there. And let's just warp to... So that's 47 days. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. We'll send some science back after that, and then we'll check on our other mission. Stop. So we're just going to burn this. It's a little bit late, but it'll be fine. Set 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and X. I think this is good. We'll do another maneuver soon, but let's get our science sent home. Good, we're able to do that still. Pretty quickly too, actually. Do we have all of our science experiments clean? Yes, we do. Let's try level up crew. Okay, we have a level 3 scientist in the house. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Almost 5 science per day. Excellent. Now, let's go back to the tracking station. We're going to go check out our Minmus mission, which is Minmus Station. Could probably send a duplicate of this to the moon. So we have a bunch of science stuff that's being collected. We should have a lot of science here. So let's try to transmit science. And that's seeming to work quite nicely. Cool. So we have 600 data. We have 176 science at 5 per day. Excellent. Not enough electric charge to transmit, which is fine. Let's just do a little bit of a warp to get some light on the situation. We're going to need a fair bit of light, so let's... Okay. Go ahead and transmit the science again. Full electric charge this time. It'll take a fair bit, but no problem. And we're still getting science from here. We should have... That's what? Like 600 science that we've sent home. Cool. Gonna wait for all of this science data to have been sent. And then we are gonna move on. 176 science added. Beautiful. So let's go back to the Space Center. We're gonna check out what missions we have available. New surface outpost of the moon. Is there anything of particular note here? 5 Kerbals. This wouldn't be too bad. We could just send the same thing we sent to Minmus. This one, though. Hello. I really want to do this. Synchronous orbit of Minmus. Surface outpost on Eve? I don't think so. We do need to land a mission on the moon anyways. That's a pretty fancy satellite. Magnetometer boom. Resource survey scanner. That wouldn't be that horrible, really. Do we want to do the synchronous one? Let's do this. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to put our survey satellite and send it there. I kind of want to do the moon outpost, but yeah. Let's set this up. So we're going to start with just a simple satellite. Well, before we do this, science. And specifically, I would love to have one of the more advanced ones. We have 500 science. Do we have... Oh, we do have some of the more advanced probes. Excellent. We don't need nuclear power. These little engines, they actually could be helpful, I suppose. Then we got enough for one big one. Another Probodyne. This is for rovers, but it's not bad anyways. Yeah, sure. We'll take all of that. It'll be fine. Okay. So we're going to build the ultimate satellite. So this is Minmus in IR observation station. Observation sat. MIOS. MIOS. Sounds good. We'll start with just a probe core, because this will be unmanned. Unkerbled. I should say uncrewed, but yeah. We really don't need that big of a satellite. So let's put a... I'm not going to do RCS, but we will do a control. We don't need that big, just a small one. So this, yeah, I would take a smaller one. Oh yeah, that's better. So we'll have a small ability to control things. That's good. What else are we going to need? We want a small fuel tank. Really, that will be good. Small engine that's efficient. I'm going to sort by size, I think. Would be really nice if I could filter out any of the liquid ones. 320 is not bad. $345 Terrier. Yeah, I suppose that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and check our science onto here. Don't need a seismometer. We're going to put a thermometer. And no scanning arms. We're going to put... Ooh, holy moly, that thing is big. We're going to put a magnetometer on here as well. I think I'm actually going to stick all of these instruments on here. We're going to stick a bigger fuel tank because this thing is bigger than I had realized. In fact, I think I'm going to stick a bigger reaction wheel too. So that's command and control. We're going to go with the just standard advanced. And then we're going to go with a 200 fuel tank. Fuel tank. And then the same engine, and this should be good. We also need power. Terrier is a really good rocket engine. This probably doesn't need that much power, but no, we'll just stick a couple of 3x2s. It'll be fine. No need to retract them. This should do quite nicely. Huge thrust to weight ratio, but that's fine. 200. I'm good with this. Okay, let's put our coupler in. Is it 1.2? Yeah. Then, I don't know. This is just going to a specific orbit around Minmus, so let's just take some 800 fuel tanks. That's interesting. I didn't know that was an option. We'll just take 3 of these. I don't know. We probably should put this in a fairing, but yeah, who cares? Actually, we are going to put this in a fairing. I changed my mind. So that's a aerodynamic. We're going to put it here. We're going to take the after the decoupler. So this is going to be like an Atlas style where the nose cone is deployed and then the upper stage comes out of it. We should be able to have custom aeroshells, can't we? Hello? No? Well, shucks. If we can't do that, then It's not a coupling, is it? No. Structural? Well, darn. I did this wrong. So we're just going to launch it as is. That'll be fine. Let's put an antenna on it. What's the gain here? Let's move this over. So we have 31. It's really exactly identical. This one's a fair bit more. Well, let's put this on. We're just going to min-miss. It'll be fine. And let's put the bottom engine on, which I probably want a swivel for this thing. So, I mean, yeah, this should easily do. Save and launch this. We're going to launch this, then we're going to go back to our Duna mission. Obviously, this is okay, so let's set this as our target and just launch. Thought we had better control ability. Ooh, our thrust to weight ratio is a little bit low. That's okay. It'll be fine. If this crashes, it's no Kerbals on it, so be it. But we should have plenty of fuel. By my guess, we'll still have 1,000 units of fuel in this once it reaches its final destination. And that doesn't take into account the very small error of not putting quite enough fuel in it, but it'll be fine. Let's go ahead and move over. Just a scooch. It's a novel contraption to not have any Kerbals on board. I think this is our very, very first launch without Kerbals. Except for the rescue mission. We did do a rescue mission. Forgot about that. We probably could have put a more advanced probe core into this, but that's okay. This is just a cheap satellite. It doesn't need anything that fancy. Nope. Well, this is going off to a great start. Okay. We have control. We are far from optimal. That was a very painful burn, but we're still gaining in our time, so we're okay. What the? Why did I lose control there? Huh. I think I probably need more control authority. Maybe we need fins or something, I don't know. Okay, hang on. Nope, we're gonna eat this one. That's right, I said that we were gonna do that. So we need a battery on board is what this comes down to. because the problem is we do not have any control authority at the moment. We'd have to somehow deploy our solar panel, and it's at night, so it wouldn't get anything, so we're just gonna die. But we'll watch this rocket crash because it's fun. So okay, we're not gonna revert. We're gonna eat it. So back to the Space Center, back to the drawing board. We had an unsuccessful flight and the Kerbals are all disheartened, but we learned some stuff. First of all, we do actually need some fins on this. And second of all, we need a battery. So let's put the battery in first. Just one of these 1K ones should do just nicely. And then we're going to put a couple of control fins on. Nothing too fancy. Could just put passive ones, but nah. Let's do winglets. No, that's our huge. Yeah, we're just gonna do some. We really only need 3. Let's do this. Okay. This should work better. We have way more electric charge too, which is good. Oh, we forgot the low liftoff. That's okay. I'm amazed we did as well as we did. Guess this is a pretty unstable rocket, really. Let's just nod it over just a scooch. There we go. Could probably turn the SAS off at this point in time, but I'm not going to do that, actually. Well, let's just see what it does. No, we'll keep it on. We're going a little bit more horizontal than is probably good for as low as we are. But eventually we will turn the SAS off because the fins will keep us in line. Okay, this is looking way better. Good. Fins are not always helpful, but when they're helpful, man, they are helpful. Okay, we're about halfway through this stage. About a third of the way through the Delta V. Okay, I'm going to turn off. Nope. Let's point this a little bit more like this, and we're going to still fight it. Oh. Even with the fins, we're still doing this. Daggum. Let's just lock right on this prograde at the moment, because that will allow the fins to keep us the steadiest. I guess this is a really awkward instrument to carry, and we're getting into the better parts of the atmosphere to keep us a little bit more balanced, but that's okay. Okay, we're through the worst part of the atmosphere. We can't use it to do much maneuvering. We still have 1,800 meters per second of Delta V, which will not be enough to get us into orbit, but it's not far from it. Okay, I think we can go pure horizontal at this point in time. Yeah, easily. We probably kept it there longer than we needed to. I didn't check. Did we? Oh, we have to reach a designated orbit around the sun for this IR thing. That's too bad. We'd have to have a resource scanner, so we're actually going to have to do the solar orbit one with this. Keep. And then let's retract the boom. Whoa, hang on. We have some serious power with this now. Holy moly. What am I doing? Oh, jeez. I have no idea what I'm doing here. This is like amateur hour. Designated orbit around the sun. This orbit, I assume? No, that's my other spacecraft. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So it has the parameters for the orbit. Let's just keep warping until we're outside of Kerbin, I guess. Huh. We'll actually fly back into Kerbin. That's interesting. Well, let's just warp to here. Actually, I should send these science experiments back. Wait, can we deploy the solar panels? Did we run out of power? Yes, we did. Daggum. Oh, we screwed up a second mission. That's fine. Before we go back to this, though, we're going to check on our other missions. I'm actually going to kill this. It's useless. Station debris. What's this? Yeah, this thing can be killed too. The rest of them will keep going though. Okay, let's go to Eve Flyby, which is actually heading towards Duna because of reasons. Let's see here. What do we got? How's our science looking? 18. It's something. So here's the orbit that we're actually trying to aim for. Okay. So it's actually pretty close to Eve. That's going to take a substantial bandwidth and a fair bit of propulsion too. Well, we have hundreds of days. Let's go back to the Space Center and get this mission going properly. So unfortunately, it's going to be 2 different missions, which is fine. Let's get the Minmus. This is no longer going to be the infrared satellite. So this is the Minmus survey scanner. All we're going to do is replace this instrument with the survey scanner. Then I am going to put one solar panel just in case I totally forget. Again. Actually, let's put 2 of these. So we'll have 2 different directions. That should allow us to do better. And then instead of basic fins, we're going to go to the next level. We're going to see if we can get something that will allow us to control. Winglets, these are big, but that's okay. It'll be fine. So this is no longer IR. Minmus Survey Sat. Don't know what happened with these previous ones, but they're fine. Plenty of Delta V for a Minmus mission. We just have to actually pay attention to our launch this time. We're going to revert this to the vehicle assembly because that did not take off the ground. Therefore, we can. Why didn't it? It's lowish thrust to weight ratio, but it's not hideous. Should be fine. I don't know what its problem is. Magnetometer, resource survey scanner, which is this thing, right? Yep. Why won't you take off? That's a little weird, huh? I'm gonna put a little bit extra umph in here. This thrust to weight ratio is a little bit off. It should be able to take off a little bit cleaner than that. So we're just gonna put just some little tiny kickoff motors. We'll put 3 of these. And this is just going to be enough to get it a little bit of kickoff. We'll put this in that same stage. So that'll get it off the ground. It also gives it a fair bit more Delta V. Not really. That's fine. These have burned for a lot longer than I would have given credit for. There we go. That's better. That's much better. Could have put some more powerful ones, but it's fine. So we're going to keep going straight up until these boosters are done. I lied. We're going to go just divert just a little bit so we try not to hit the launch pad because it's always bad news when you hit the launch pad. Woo! That kick, man. Okay, so far so good. This is looking much better than our previous attempt. Either one of them. I mean, it's fighting us to stay right on prograde, which I'm okay with, actually. Let's disengage SAS. Because it's going to naturally stay right on that prograde, which is where we want it to be. They still haven't landed on the ground. They're going pretty soft, though. Maybe, maybe? Fingers crossed? Be ready to turn SAS on when we leave the atmosphere. So far it's leading us pretty close to... Nope, they're crashing. Oh well. Would have been kind of fun to have a little relic, but that's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that on, and we're going to point straight horizontal. Minute and a half is pretty high. Looking excellent so far. Good, good, good. So the top stage has some pretty serious delta V, unlike our previous one that we were flying. I think we're going to just allow this to drift. We're going to wait until about 30 seconds before we ignite the stage. Similar to the one rocket that I've actually seen, which is the Antares rocket. It's a pretty fun little thing. No, we're not going to deploy that. We can extend the solar panels though, and we should. Just to make sure that we have plenty of power. Holy moly, this thing has way too much control. I'm going to put the control authority down to like 20%. Let's go ahead and stage. And get into full orbit. Shouldn't take very long. You know, after flying so many weaklings, it's kind of fun to have a more powerful rocket. Min-miss. We're gonna need to burn maybe about here, so I am gonna go ahead and wait to the up oasis. Gonna do just a scooch of a burn to get into a good orbit. Okay, we're in orbit now. Beautiful. Still have plenty of fuel. So let's try here. Do we have Minmus set as our target? No. So if I had to guess, I'd say we need to go a little bit later. And then our descending node is way high as well. Let's get most of the way out there, though. We're going to come a little bit close still, a little bit closer than that. And we'll make the correction burn here to get us there. 21-second burn to hit Minmus. That's such a relief after these like 3-minute burns that we've been doing. Oh, satellites are so much nicer. I guess we're basically using the same engine though, so. We want to go to about 10 seconds, 11, something like that. This does not have to be precise, but the timing is important. Just slowly burn this. Gonna kill this and we're gonna stop it there. Okay, descending node burn. I'm gonna put this on the ascending node. We're gonna level this out to plane match. We do have an encounter. Excellent. Let's focus the view. Let's see if we can just scooch, just a scooch. Adjust this. Don't actually know what direction we're going to need, but let's just go like this, because this will allow us pretty easily to get to any min-mass orbit that we need to do. Okay, we're rock on. All right, so let's warp to the next maneuver. Let's go ahead and send our magnetometer report. Transmit. I know we're going to bring back some of this from some other missions, but this is okay. Let's just go ahead and do the burn. Actually, this is a bit more of a burn than I had realized. Almost straight inclination. There we go. Here we go. We're actually off a little bit. We want to ideally burn like this. There we go. I want to see if I can get the periapsis pass to be right there. Let's see if we can just do maybe a scooch this way. Whoops. Oh, that went fast. Tell you what. We're going to do another adjustment here. We're going to see if we can aim this a little bit closer. So we're going to go a scooch up. We're going to go scooch back, up, back. The important thing is I want it to line up here with the periapsis. And we're just going to do a slow down burn, and it's going to be the wrong plane, but it's really easy to adjust the plane when you're out here and going very, very slow. So that's pretty good. Let's right like there. Perfect. It's exactly what we want. 1.9 meters per second. Burn in 3 days. Okay, looks good. Let's do it. Really, we can do this. 1 minute's not going to make any difference whatsoever. So we're just going to slowly... Perfect. All right, let's warp to about here. We do want to send the magnetometer reports from min-mass because we have not done that. Okay, send the magnetometer. Takes a minute to deploy. Let's go ahead and get us going to here. want the burn to happen first. So let's, how long until we got a minute to get lined up, which we are. Let's go ahead and do the magnetometer. Send that back, get some science. It's still uploading, so that's fine. Done. Let's just warp to here. We'll do fast burn until we're getting close and then slow it down. Okay, let's get going to the right spot. Yeah, that's pretty good. So right here, we're going to have to make a maneuver to take us like this. Bring your in a bit. We're tilted too much. Huh. How do we want to do that? I mean, honestly, this may be easier to just take it down. To 0 and then put us into the right orbit that we want to be. Oh, this is a massive inclination. Okay, let's just do this. We're going to warp to... which direction are we going? We're going this way, so we're going to warp to right about here. Oops, stop. Did this wrong. Warp to right about here. So we're going to slow us down to almost nothing and speed us up in the direction that we want to go. Can I focus on... There's got to be a better way to do this. Okay. Let's go ahead and see. We need just a scooch more. I guess it's going to take a little while, this slow of speed. So we'll put it at 4 bars, and then right here, bam. We're gonna, whoa, stop. Ah, dadgum. Slow us down to completely 0. And then we're going to I'm just going to add a maneuver node and move it kind of along this direction. It's close, but not quite. Ooh, that's real close. The inclination is still a bit off, though. This is pretty good. Let's go ahead and do that burn. Then we'll be pretty close. Stop. Is this close enough? Oh, we got the scientific data from Kerbal. That's nice. Yep, it is not quite close enough, but we're really, really close. No, we're not that close. Okay. Let's go to our descending node equivalent, which is right about here. I'm going to add a maneuver to get us better aligned. Let's try going up. There we go. That looks better. Way, way better. So we're going to warp to the next maneuver and then do this. We still have a fair bit of delta V, but not tons. I'm going to call this done. The inclination's now almost spot on. I think I'm going to warp to this point and then we're going to do a little bit of a burn to perigee. That sounds pretty tasty. Excuse me. We're a little bit off on our plane, but I think not quite enough. Yeah, I suppose that's fair. Let's add a maneuver here where we go normal. That will do it. Lovely. Okay, warp. Okay, we're close enough now. Yay, woohoo! So we just gotta stay here for 10 seconds and we'll have this. And then we can deploy this scanner. And we got our mission. Beautiful. Let's perform the orbital survey. You need to be in a stable polar orbit between 25 and 300. So what is our orbit? Yeah, we're gonna come down to here. Let's kill the maneuver. We're gonna warp to here and we're going to, I think we're polar enough where we may be able to spot some stuff. We're just gonna slow us down just a scooch here. So we're in a stable polar orbit. Okay, we actually need to raise our perigee up a little bit, so let's go ahead and do that. Above 25. Okay, let's see if we can run our survey scanner. Nope. Okay, well, we'll just leave it there. It'll be fine. Let's go back to the Space Center. We'll just leave this around and we can have it do min-miss science if we need to. So I think we may do another rescue mission. Temperature survey of the moon. No thank you. Science data around min-miss. That's an easy one. Detect 2 comets. We need to achieve a particular orbit. this will go ahead and do. I don't think we're gonna do this. So what's our active missions? Science data from around Minmus. Let's do that real quick. So all we need to do is go to our survey satellite, have it do some science, transmit it back, and we have some instant cash. There we go. Easy peasy. What other... Let's check our mission log real quick. There we go. So most of these are just the science that we're collecting on a semi-regular basis. Cool. How's our science look? Not bad. Not bad. Any more interesting missions? No. Okay. Let's go check up on our space missions again before we start sending off more satellites. E-flyby. That's going to Duna. That's totally not going to be confusing at all, guys, right? Right? Okay, we're still relatively close. We got a fair bit of science. Let's go ahead and transmit science. Cool. Back to the Space Center. And we'll get our Eve surface science, and then we're going to send another infrared satellite that's going to be a similar design to our last one, but just a little bit better. So we want the Minmus station. Should be a decent amount of science here. Probably not as much. Yeah, 69, that's not bad. How's our... Yeah, our power is low. Which is fine, we'll have enough to do this. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, let's figure out these IR. I could launch 2 of them, but nah. No, let's just launch this. I'm going to load this and save this because it may be a useful design. But we're going to open up the IR. And the big thing here, we need to replace this with a telescope. I believe this was a NASA collaboration. So we know this thing is massively overpowered for controlling the upper stage, which I'm okay with. I like... Well, we're going to need a more powerful antenna. For sure. We got to remember to deploy it. Communication. Communication. There we go. I mean, this is way more powerful. It's a patch antenna. It does... Well, you can't extend it. Okay. I'm good with this. We're going to put it a little bit higher. We'll put it closer to these solar panels, so that should be fine. We have plenty of scientific instruments. We do need more oomph on this stage. Yeah, let's trash the solar panels. And we're gonna give this thing as big of a tank as we can get for one single tank that will fit here. So that's gonna be an 800. It's a big change to how we fly, but still thrust to weight ratio above 1, so that is excellent. We do need a kick here. So let's put our coupler in. We'll go with 3 because it will fit nicely. And then I think we're going to need a hammer. I think a hammer is the right size. Oh boy. I do want to actually burn it at the same time here. And so we're going to way limit the thrust. 35, that looks good. So this is not Minus our observation flight. This is the Sentinel IR observation sats. This will be a common design that we're going to use. It has tons of delta V in the upper stage, and it can almost make it to orbit without it. So this will actually do quite nicely. We got this. More boosters. I suppose we could have the boosters go off real quick, but that's okay. I think this is about the most... I don't like the rockets that have a acceleration off the pad of 2 Gs. That's just kind of crazy fast for Kerbin. It's nice for the moon and such. There we go. That's better. Let's just go ahead and toggle there. Let the fins do the trick. And almost there. Release. Woo. I love the design for the falling boosters like that. It's so cool. Let's go ahead and tilt over a little bit more. Still going to try to maintain stability control on, but we're definitely going to push the boundaries just a little bit. Okay. A little bit more. I'm flying this way better than I have been doing for these. This is good. This is the best rocket I think I've flown all stream. It's almost horizontal out. No, we don't want a horizontal. We want to do about here. That's better. Like I probably want to go up a little bit more. we're... Yeah. Yeah, we'll be okay. Keep that stability going. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on. Keep it going. How are you not able to maintain control? Come on. Okay, that's better. I'm going to limit this to about 50% right now, so I have a little bit better control. This is looking better. Good. Let's level out completely now. We'll go ahead and fast forward. Almost there. We'll go until 1 minute, or we reach space, which is cool. Wants to do another magnetometer report. That's interesting. Let's level out. Oh dear, did I... Daggum. I forgot to put back on the solar panels. Welp. This thing's gonna crash into the ocean. Let's just turn it... We'll let it do its... Well, hang on. Let's let it do its magnetometer report. Transmit. We got our antenna deployed to transmit a little bit better. That actually worked quite nicely. And I'm just going to go back to the Space Center. Note to self, install solar panels next time. Whoopsie daisies. I guess that's the name of the game, right? It's such a nice flight, too. Let's see. Electrical. We're going to do the same thing. About 90 degrees. We're going to put these. And then we're going to put these ones here. That should work nicely. Save and launch. I knew I was doing something wrong. Okay. Let's see. More news. What do you guys think about Jeff Bezos going into space? My theory is he wanted to do this and he told the board of Amazon, they said, yeah, we don't want our CEO to go into space. He said, okay, here's my resignation. Which is a reasonable thing. It's a huge statement of faith to launch on the maiden launch of a brand new rocket with humans on board. You don't see Elon Musk jumping in line to get on a Crew Dragon. But, you know, teach their own, I guess. Okay, just a little bit. There we go. That looks good. Whee! This time they did not hit each other. So let's go ahead and level this out a little bit more. We went a little bit overly aggressive last time. Let's stay right here at about 45 for a while. Boy, we're losing money left and right in this one, but it's all just cheap satellite missions, so these are the kind where it's perfectly acceptable to lose, right? It's just money. No humans on board. Nothing really to lose. Just some pride. Coming up on the island airport. Maybe we'll try some airplane missions. I don't know. Seems boring though. Let's level this out some more. Okay, we're getting close to the end of the stage. We have another 500-ish meters per second. And we are about half orbital velocity, so we'll get most of the way there. I'm going to go ahead and level out at this point in time. Almost level out. We'll be going just a scooch above horizontal, which is perfectly acceptable. This is definitely a better trajectory. We were this fast, I think, when we let go of the other stage, but we were a lot lower. Scoot over. Let's change this down to about 30%. That's better. $70. Come on, come on. Let's go up to about 75. Okay. Yeah, that'll be good. Let's actually just go full speed until we hit space. And then once we hit space, we'll keep accelerating and we'll be doing good. This is getting a little bit out of hand. Okay, warp done. We're real close. We're at ICBM range. And let's go to about here. And there we go. Good. Now we're going into... Is it just the inside or just outside? Let's switch to our Eve flyby mission here for just a sec, because this will show us our Eve flyby. That's really a Duna flyby. This will show us the orbit that we're trying to achieve, and it's actually pretty close to Eve. So we're gonna have to head largely towards Eve on our other mission. We're gonna jump in here and switch to this guy. Okay, let's start planning this out. We need to head inward. So our point to burning is about here. Nope. That's wrong. Closer to there. Still probably a bit off. Let's go like here. That's pretty good. It's a little bit too much, so let's scoot it out. Like right about there. That should do, and I think that's pretty close to the orbit that we're aiming for. Okay. So it's a 58-second burn. Let's go ahead and warp to the maneuver. Before I forget, we're going to deploy our solar panels. And this thing as well. So we got plenty of power and communication to attempt this. 29 seconds. Go. Go gadgets. Let's see here. Yeah, we're pretty spot on for this burn, and that will take us pretty close. Hopefully this will do. I guess this is the start towards Eve. I know I promised an Eve mission. Sadly, this is the closest we're getting to one, I think. Keep pointing straight up. Okay, perfect. Let's warp to here. Nope. Not to there. Let's warp to here. Get the infrared telescope. We'll transmit this back. It's interesting you cannot do this in low Kerbal orbit. It's only a little bit of science, but that's all right. Science is still science. I guess that's true to real telescopes. Are we that bad of data connection? No, we have 100%. We're good. Okay, let's deploy all except for EVA, which we obviously can't. Transmit these back. Magnetometer report. Okay. Oh, it's communication to this debris. Interesting. So we're heading actually inward, and this is actually really, really close. Let's just warp to here. And I'm gonna try to just burn to decelerate and see if we can call it good enough with that. Got a little bit of science. Wait, hang on. This mission is going to take some time. Where's our Eve flyby? Switch to it and get our science transmitted. We're still on track to Minmus. I'm going to change the name of this because it's going to confuse me otherwise. Transmit science. Yes, please. Duna, formerly Eve flyby. That'll do. And we also need to switch to our Minmus mission and transmit that science back. We may want to take that one home. Maybe. Where do these guys want to go? They want to go to Minmus and the moon, probably. Orbit around the sun. Wow. Science data from space around the moon. We can do this. I'm pretty sure we have a mission around the moon that we can just call on, don't we? Lunar orbiting station. Let's fly this. There better be some kind of science on here. There we go. Log pressure data transmit, and we'll have that one in the books. Excellent. So let's go back to Space Center and then head over to Minmus and take care of that one. We have the cash. Let's upgrade it. We'll upgrade this as well. R&D. Sure. I'll hold. Well, we'll upgrade the runway one level. Okay, this is fine. Let's check mission control to see if there's a good mission. Nope. So we're gonna go back to the tracking station. We're gonna transmit our data from Minmus, which is Minmus Station. I need to check the time on my missions to make sure that I'm not gonna expire any. Ooh, flying a bit. Transmit science. No in-range antenna. That means we probably just can't see Kerbin, which is fine. We can just do a little bit of warping for that. It doesn't have the time for the contract, but I'm sure it's fine. Let's just keep going until we see this go up to full bars. There we go. We're gonna transmit some science. 300 science this time. Nice. Excellent. Experiment situated invalid. That's interesting. What is this? Oh, weather analyzer. That's fine. There's no weather on Minmus. Shocker. Okay, You're still doing good on the power. Just taking a long time to transmit that much science back, but that's okay. Sweet. 300 science. So that's another like 1,000 roughly. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I was pretty close. The gravity is a virtually unlimited, and this will allow us to start digging and ionic. What is this? This is an inventory part. Okay. Yeah, this is a good one. A lot of things. Ion propulsion's good, but meh. Gives us some really advanced stuff. Automation. Good stuff. Huge battery, advanced motors. We've got better fuel systems, which is kind of nice, but it's not really needed. Some even better rocket engines, but no, we're gonna go with this because science. It'll help us to get more stuff in the long run. Now we've transmitted all of our science. Let's just check real quick. Ooh, we're starting to find some potential objects here. That's interesting. We're starting to get towards Duna, but we're not that close. So let's go ahead and fly this for a little while. Start object tracking. So that's no doubt going to take a little bit of power, but we're doing fine. So it's 107 days. I'm going to just warp to like here, just so we can see 26 days. That will get us a fair bit of science. Let's speed this up. Okay. So we're seeing lots of these unknown objects, which is fun. Okay, how long do we have? Burn is 81 days. Let's switch over to our Duna. $400 science, so this is good that we're getting back here. Not enough electric charge, huh? Well, that's okay. We'll get some electric charge then. 157 days. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the transmit science button. Man, it's just gonna take a lot of juice. Okay, 401 science added. Beautiful. Can anybody else level up? Nope. Jeb, you can't level up, really? Whatever. Let's have Zelster get out, do a quick EVA. I don't know. Bored. I'll check the level up again because I think EVAs will actually give them something. Nope. Okay, let's keep going to check on our Minmus flyby. Our station. See if they still have lots of data they're working on. It's proven to be a very, very profitable science-wise mission, to say the least. And then we'll go back to the telescope. I think the telescope is going to reach its burn first. But we're just going to have to keep cycling through these for a little bit. A little bit of hoppy action. Does not take nearly as much power to uplink massive, massive amounts of science. Well, it's not as much science. Huh. That's fair. Okay, sweet. Let's go back to our satellite and our probe, our telescope. There we go. Telescope, that's the right word. Sentinel, which I probably misspelled, but that's okay. Spelling is not my strong suit. Space science is pretty good. Spelling, not so much. Okay. So we have 81 days. Let's warp to roughly the crossing point. Okay, this is good enough. We're starting to get fairly close to Duna. That's fun. Looks like we're being a little bit ahead, which is where you want to be. Okay, not too much. So we're just going to transmit this just to clear it because we're here. Did I deploy my big antenna? Nope, I did not. Let's do that. That may help slightly. Oh, it isn't deployed. Good. $118 days. Yeah, this guy's getting real close. So we know that the science situation will not be too bad. We're just going to go ahead and warp you all the way to your burn time, which will be right here. Okay, let's go ahead and set you right on the track. Keep going a little bit further. Okay, go ahead and burn. Let's see if we can get close enough. I think we'll be there. But if not, we'll have to do a little bit of adjusting. I mean, this is basically a circular orbit. Eve following. That looks like it's close enough. Okay, so we are in the right orbit. We just need to map the satellites, which is just going to take some time. Cool. Let's go back to this guy, which is getting real close to some excitement. First mission to Duna. Let's transmit our science back, 150. Then we'll go back to Minmus, check it out. And we'll see if there's any more missions. We may launch another one of these IR detecting satellites to look for some comets. Because we can do that now. I want to check missions first. Science data from the surface of Minmus. I'm glad we did. That's a very easy thing to do. Not too interested in anything else. 1,000 science. Excellent. Let's go ahead. Well, yeah. Experimental science will... No, we don't need that. Better motors. Airplane parts, I don't care. I like the bigger rockets. Yeah. We'll get nuclear next. Maybe. Minmus Station. Go transmit about 300 science, I expect. Oh, we also just need to transmit a crew report. I was really hoping we would get the mission to go explore Duna, but we have not. Crew report. Transmit. We don't have our crew report from this location. Aha. Let's get some sunlight. Shed some light on the situation. And then we'll also have to have a connection to Kerbin. Okay, we got light. Got lots of sunlight. Come on, where's that connection? There we go. Let's transmit science. Check our power, looking okay. We'll go ahead and speed this up just a scooch. Okay, 300 science. Beautiful. And we should have finished a mission. Yep, contract complete. Excellent. Now, next mission is, let's get to Duna. Let's get that under wraps. We're going to warp to just, well, hang on. Let me think here. This may be a good point to do a slight adjustment. Let's take a look. I think at this point in time we are going to keep going. I'm going to add a maneuver and let's focus on Duna. So we have an Ike flyby, which is kind of annoying. I think that's what Ike says when you... We could actually intersect it. Let's not, though. Oh no, it's not quite. Okay, let's adjust the inclination just a scooch. What's this at? I think the atmosphere starts at 50, so we're going to go for a 40. Well, we're going to go for 50 for right now. We are going to do a small dip into the atmosphere, but just a scooch of one. The type of thing that Cassini would do, to just dip inside of the upper atmosphere of a moon. What did I... Come on. Yeah, screw it. We are close enough. Do we have power? Yeah. Hang on. Let's go ahead and adjust this to just a scooch of a inclination burn down, and I think we're going to end up better off for it. Oh. Keep going. We screwed that one up. That's okay. We do have lots and lots of fuel, and we have a whole stage to get us home just in case we get ourselves into too much trouble. Dadgum. I think we're okay. That's actually going to give us a flyby of Ike, and I think we're going to be really, really close. So, let's just warp to here. Yeah, 70 days, that's fine. We found one of our suitable asteroids. Good. Okay, we got a bunch of science. Let's deploy everything except for the EVAs. I'm gonna dump everything into the science. We're gonna deploy it all again. This time keeping everything. Collect everything. And then we need to do a clean experiment. Let's go ahead and get our EVA. Let's have our engineer here do it. EVA report, keep and board. Actually, I'm gonna have Jeb get out. It'll be fine. Perform EVA science. Flip a nut around. Board. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we're going to do an Ike flyby. Distant one. Let's just warp to right before the Ike encounter. Let's get our experiments. And then collect everything and reset. It's nice to have our data count be considerably higher than it was. Okay, let's just warp to our Ike encounter. We'll go ahead and do the EVAs and all of that kind of stuff that we need. Deploy everything except for an EVA. Let's keep... I'm going to put the... stuff that can easily be dumped into the data. We have everything. Good. Collect everything. Let's have Jeb get out and do his EVA report. And we're going to let go and perform EVA science. Okay. Let's collect everything and then get the temperature stand. Collect that as well and reset. We're not gonna pass particularly close to Ike. It's just kind of an annoyance encounter. So we're gonna fly to here. Actually, this is close enough. This will be fine for our burn. Yeah, we'll do this. So we're just gonna try to barely achieve orbit here. This will be fine. Let's warp to our next maneuver. A little bit of an inclination, which is fine. We may adjust it out. That'll help us to avoid Ike and to get more science, quite frankly. Yeah, let's deploy everything except for the EVA. We're going to keep everything this time. Collect all. Well, the burn is the most important thing now, so let's get that done. Can we level up, crew? How much time until our min approach? Okay. And it would take us 48 seconds of burning, so we'll start now. Let's go ahead and clean up our science. This is a slow burn, but that's okay. With the lovely red planet below us. I'm sure there's only one red planet in the universe, right? Yeah, we're not even going to try to land on Ike. We could do the EVA, but obviously we're not going to do that when we're burning. Come on, we're almost there. Just a little scooch more of a burn. 14 seconds. Okay, do we actually come back? Yes, we do. So, 9-day orbit. Wow. Let's transmit science. Sure. I'm gonna warp to all the way up here. 20 days. Should have done the EVA, but that's okay. I'm not gonna do a full-blown... Should we do a full-blown circular? You know... How much fuel do we have? Yeah, we should. We may as well. Ooh, this is taking a while. Oh, we're in a 20-day orbit. just a smidgen that we're going to adjust our orbit here. Want to see if we can just gently dip into this atmosphere. For a couple of reasons. We need to sample it though so we can get a better idea of what we're doing. So let's go down to there. That should do quite nicely. Let's go ahead and get this closer to the orbit that we want it to be in. Before we do this though, I am going to retract our deployables. Only shortly before we get there. Probably won't make a huge difference, but it might. We are redeploying. How long until our closest approach is 2 minutes? So we got enough time for a quick EVA. Let's have our engineer do it. Okay, board. 2 minutes, we will retract both solar panels. We're going to go ahead and stop our research for the moment. We're going to collect everything and retracting our magnetometer boom. Excellent. Okay, we are prepared to do this. This guy too. Retract antenna, and you as well. So we're going to have no contact with the ground while we are in this maneuver. We will lock to retrograde. Okay, let's Jebediah get out, do a quick EVA. I'm actually going to have you board. Okay, we should have a whole bunch of things that are going to come up here real soon. It's a little bit lower than I wanted to dip, but it should be fine. I don't think we're going to hit anything interesting, and I'm going to see if I can get a high altitude EVA. Deploy everything, keep. Collect everything. When we're on our way out and everything looks safe, then we're going to have Jeb get out. Can we... Well, I don't want to... We don't have contact with the ground, so we can't level up. Deploy everything. Keep. Okay, we are almost at our closest approach and have seen no issues. Let's go ahead and burn just a scooch retrograde. Want to lower this to roughly Ike's orbit for the moment. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's have you get out. do a EVA report. Board. Jed, get out. Do the EVA science. You can't do that now, huh? That's fine. All right, we were successful. Woo-hoo. So this time we're got just 3 hours. We're going to get ourselves out of here. Let's get another EVA report. Start our research again. We're going to extend the solar panels. Gonna extend our antennas. I want to see how much we have with just these guys. Yeah, I didn't think so. They're relay, so they may work for in-system relay, but they're not good enough to get back, so I'm glad we brought this thing. Even with that, we're kind of marginal. Clean experiments. We're full up on science. Wow, transmit science. And let's try to do a crew level up. Jeb, we are going to transfer you momentarily to our other pod. So we'll transfer you to here, and then we're going to level up crew. Really? You sure about that? Yeah, whatever. It's okay, we don't really need it anyways. Excellent. Let's warp to here. Then we're gonna get this guy out of the atmosphere, and then we're gonna go back to our Minmus mission. We're gonna see about what it takes to get these guys home. This should be a stable enough trajectory. Let's go prograde. Just a scooch. Okay. Now we are no longer at any worry. I'm going to hit a quick save just in case something cracking happens. Transfer data. Hello. Transmit science. Let's warp this a little bit so it will... Huh. Well, that's a problem. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, that is all that this is needed. We're going to have to figure out the right time to get it home, but we can save that one for another time. Let's get our Minmus data back. And then next time I will do an Eve mission, and we're probably going to get 2 of our missions home. Do we have anything? Yeah, nothing really excites me. We need to go get our data from Minmus, though. Kind of just wanted to get this mission home. Feels like it's about time. Yeah, we'll see. Got contacts, so transmit our science. We're going to speed up the time because that seems to do a little bit better for these crazy missions. with large amounts of science data. Good. We still have a lot of data on board. So theoretically, we could get a lot more science, but let's go back to the Space Center here real quick. I'm just going to decide if we're going to take this mission home right now. I need to know how long the Minmus missions are active. We're going to have to send a mission to the moon as well. I think a station, maybe? I don't remember what it was. Oh, 8 years. We got plenty of time. 11 years. Yeah, we're going to keep going. That one's no problem. These ones are continuing to happen slowly but surely. I don't know why we're not getting any data from that. We're going to have to figure that one out. Let's do that real quick. No, let's not do that. I think we're going to call this a day. This is late enough for me, but thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me know whatever questions or comments you guys have. I expect to be doing this again on Saturday. So we'll take a look and see what science. These are really airplane stuff. Heavy landing. Maybe. We did say we were going to get nuclear propulsion, and then we'll get 2 550s, which will be. I actually like getting the rotors because you can make nicer airplanes like that. And then. I don't really care about fuel cells. Large probes. Maybe. Oh, let's go ahead and do this. We'll start looking into airplanes here soon. Our money situation is okay, although we really need to get some more missions. Maybe we'll put some rescue missions out. I don't know. We'll figure it out next time. I think our planets are a little bit better aligned, so maybe we will do that Eve mission that we've been threatening to do for a little while. Oof, we're not getting that much data back. We needed a better antenna. Eve will soon be in the right position, so we're going to do an Eve mission next time. I may do a filler moon mission or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Until Saturday, thanks guys for everything.